right, we've got Hans on the line this morning, of course, with Advancing American Freedom, Senior Legal Fellow. Hans, Mikey Sherrill, the governor of New Jersey, just said the quiet part out loud. She's basically admitting these are paid, staged protesters coming from out of state to protest at these detention facilities around the country.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah.
You know, it's too bad she's doing it so late. I mean, this has been going on for quite a while. The violence has been going on. You have other Democratic officials actually supporting this kind of violence outside ICE centers. Like I said, it's nice to hear.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit late.
I would agree with that completely. I was just covering that story here in the last segment because our local congressmen, a couple of them, went to a local ICE facility, went in and toured it, and came out and told all kinds of lies about the what was going on in there. And the sheriff responded and came out and said, "Hey, we get inspected by ICE, by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, because they have inmates here too. We get inspected more than anybody." And if any of that was true, it would have been reported already.
Yeah, and that is unfortunately one of the biggest problems we've seen, frankly, since the Trump administration came in, is the critics of immigration enforcement apparently have no problem making up complete and total lies, hoping that the media, when they repeat those lies, isn't going to question them about it. And that's happened all over in immigration case after immigration case.
Hans, I've been pretty critical, and I know Marc has too, about these federal judges who are clearly so woke, and people just judge shop to get the response that they want, the outcome that they want. And that sounds like it's exactly what happened with our favorite Maryland man, you know, the father, Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And it sounds like, and I am glad you kind of brought this to our attention, it sounds like his indictment was dismissed.
Yeah, the judge, an Obama appointee, probably no great surprise, threw out the criminal indictment of Kilmar Garcia, and he claimed that this was a vindictive prosecution by the Justice Department, that it would never have happened except for the fact that Garcia fought his deportation. Well, I got to tell you, I read through the entire 32 pages of the judge's opinion. That makes no sense. Why? Because the grand jury, this was a federal grand jury indictment, and they had multiple witnesses who said that not only was he a MS-13 gang member, he was part of their smuggling network. He participated in 100 different trips, driving vans and other cars down to Houston, where he would not only pick up illegal aliens, but also guns and narcotics, and bring them up to Maryland for distribution there. So this was a real case. And the idea that this was somehow vindictive, no. They dropped the investigation when they had deported him. I mean, why would they continue?
Well, is he deported or not? Or has he got a get-out-of-jail-free card now?
Well, now he does. I mean, they reopened the criminal investigation when these other judges forced the Justice Department to bring him back. And it's that criminal prosecution that this judge is now thrown out. The Justice Department has said they're going to appeal that dismissal, and they should, because I tell you, this judge's order makes no logical sense at all.
Not at all. But I got about a minute and a half left here, Hans, but I noticed that another judge came out and told Donald Trump that he couldn't rename the Kennedy Center. And I think the president's response was, that's fine. You guys can have it. Just do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, and that's another example of a judge, I think, stepping in where they really have no jurisdiction. You know, we had a similar thing just happen with a judge in Virginia issuing an injunction against the so-called weaponization fund. And if you can believe it, she issued her injunction before the Justice Department even had time to respond to the lawsuit, which, again, judges are not supposed to do that.
Well, again, not a shock to most of us after what we've seen over the last few years, for sure. Hans, always great having you on. Hope you have a great week, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Absolutely. Advancing American Freedom Senior Legal Fellow Hans von Spokovsky there joining us this morning.